At SAMA, we typically deal with 13 to 25. But we're not the only agency around. There are plenty of good agencies out there doing really good work. And we might have different modalities that we use, different strategies that we use. But people get well all the time, and people find the support they need all the time through these methods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And our family support program, it's broken up into two parts. Mm-hmm. We have a family support group for parents with children who are 18 and younger, mm-hmm. and then we have a support group for caregivers or parents of adult children. So we have some caregivers getting support right now who have kids, even in their 30s. So,
And what do you tell those parents that feel that there's a stigma if they were to admit there was a problem or they're embarrassed of their own situation?
The first thing we do is normalize, that's a natural response. And then we talk about how that stigma, holding that belief, can really not only stop their young person or their family member from getting well, but also the family system itself starts to become sick when you have one person in it that's sick. And that happens through behaviors too. We start behaving in ways that we normally wouldn't. We start not trusting them. We start, and then even if they do go away to treatment and get well, and we haven't gone away and got educated on what addiction looks like, what happens is they come back with a head full of treatment, and we're still in that state of non-trusting. We're still in a state of as we were when they left. And it's really important for the whole family to get educated on what the signs and symptoms are, and what they can do. And if what we really want is to support them in their recovery, then we would want to learn everything that we can about this disease, and by learning that, then we'll know what they've been asked to do coming out of treatment, and we'll know how to support them better.
I'm hearing that a sense of trust and communication and education is very important.
It's huge.
You're a good listener.
What are the treatment steps? Does someone have to actually go away to get completely treated, or can it be done in the home with a daily practice? How does that work?
There are treatment professionals that do treatment, but in my personal opinion, and what I believe is, treatment starts when you realize that you have a problem. And so just by recognizing that there's a problem, that you have a problem, or there's a problem in your family, that's where it all begins. And it can treatment starts with a phone call to somebody that might be able to direct you somewhere. There's individual therapy. There's medication replacement therapies. There's inpatient, outpatient, long-term, short-term, sober living. There's so much out there in the realm of treatment and things to be offered to families and to the IP, the identified person as well. What are the steps? The first step is making a call to get the information.
And what if that adolescent won't admit that they have a problem of their own, but when it's clear to other people and their loved ones that they do?
Well, that's an interesting question. And I'm going to tell you what I tell a lot of parents that I work with. Very rarely will definitely an addict at all, but definitely a young person that's an addict, wake up in the morning and they have money in their pocket. It's a nice sunny day. They got a beautiful girlfriend, boyfriend on their side. They wake up in the morning and they stretch and they say, hey, this is a good day to go to treatment. Never happens. Never happens. Usually there's some kind of consequence. Usually there's some kind of tightening of the boundaries. Those boundaries you don't always have to carry the biggest stick as a parent. But what you do have to do is have the most consistent stick. That means the message is clear.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you both so much for being here and for letting us know the kind of treatment that families can go out and get for their loved ones that are having abuse problems. And thank you so much for watching Public Report. Again, I'm Cameron Johnson, and I hope it made a difference. See you next time.
You've been watching Public Report, a public affairs presentation of KTBW. The opinions expressed in this program do not necessarily reflect the views of the Trinity Broadcasting Network.